Hi everyone, in this video we are going to discuss a universal problem. Yes, and that is lack of concentration and how to come out of it. Some simple tips. How many times we have been saying to ourselves that I want to do really some great things, but lack of concentration is my problem, or lack of focus. Maybe you have been hearing from some other people, especially the student community keeps complaining that my concentration takes a toss. Now, first of all, it's very simple. Whenever we want to attain something, whenever we want to gain something, and whenever we want to try to have command on something, we need to define it. Now, how we can define concentration? Now, technically, we can say concentration is the ability to direct our attention, one's attention in accordance to one's will. You have a will and you want to do it, but you need your attention also to go in the same line. Now, if you can understand this definition, then we can basically progress on how to attain concentration. Now, here is a great line by Steve Jobs. Deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what to do. When we really decide something, a task is ahead, when we have some deadline for that task and we want to do that task, now it's very important to figure out what not to do in that process. Now, to make it more simple, to take it to the next level, let us see how to study with concentration, because as we are dealing with the student community issues, most of the time this has been the burning issue. Like when we study, we have lack of concentration. Now, see this picture. How to study, how not to study. What are the major differences in the first picture and the second picture? The first picture is very specific. The girl is having one book or one subject. Her focus is on one subject. She has divided her task into simple steps and she is bang on that particular task. Whereas in the other picture, there are too many books. That is the main problem we have. We don't divide our tasks. We, spreading all this, books on the table and thinking that I have this much task to do. That's a very, very bad habit. Now we have some many other small issues if you can see, like keeping some other irrelevant things like a remote control, a juice bottle, whatever it might be. They are all obstacles to your concentration. Be specific, be focused, and stay very relevant. That's what this picture says. Now, if you go to the next picture, the atmosphere which we create when we do a particular task is very important, right? Especially if you go back to studies, when we study, how should be the atmosphere? It should be very peaceful, some nice fragrance, right? Some kind of, external motivation we require, and that is atmosphere. You can't be in a mess. You can't be in a room where so much mess is there and, a juice bottle, a fruits, and people think that they are too smart, that they have prepared everything and they sit to study, but you end up doing everything apart from study. So that's how this picture stands, an example of how atmosphere plays a very important role. Now the last one, apply 5-minute rule. This has been proven successful for many people. Because now what is this 5-minute rule? Generally, as humans, when we sit for doing something, we want to take a break. Maybe after 20 minutes, maybe after 30 minutes, maybe after 15 minutes, sometimes we want to take a break. That's very important. But this 5-minute rule is, whenever that first instinct, whenever that first desire to take break comes, you say to yourself that this break you are going to extend after 5 minutes. Exactly after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes only, I will take a break. Now, in this 5 minutes of extended time which you have given to yourself, you intensify the process. You give the best to that task. Because anyhow, you have that motivation that after 5 minutes, you are going to take a break. So, if you apply that, 5-minute break, definitely it will give a positive feeling. Oh, I have able to delay whatever the, break time. 5 minutes is very less, but that itself is, getting a command on your concentration. And when you, as I told, when you intensify the process, when you give your best in that 5 minutes, you really know the value of time. You really figure out how that 5 minutes have added to your input. So guys, concentration is not something which we can attain overnight. As the definition says that we should direct it. And when we are directing it, all these simple tips will definitely come into the picture. I hope this video has been useful to you. Thank you so much. Very soon we'll be discussing another topic.